Hey everybody, welcome to the N.A.R.C.N Network. I'm Dean, the host of the N.A.R.C.N Network and channel, and also the host of the Unmasking the Narcissist channel. Today I'm going to be presenting for you guys episode 203 on the N.A.R.C.N Network, and the title of episode 203 is When the Narcissist Has a Narcissist. So, this is kind of an interesting little topic in this episode because I have a little bit of experience myself with at least one of my narcissists, if not two of them, actually having a narcissist themselves in their lives after their involvement with me. And, of course, I've had experience with a number of narcissists in my life, of a romantic nature, let's say. I haven't had just two of them. I've had a few of them, actually, over the past 15 years, let's say. But what's interesting about this is the relative point here I'm making with a narcissist having a narcissist. This actually happens quite often. I actually do know some people off of the N.A.R.C.N network who have contacted me in the past couple of years to complain about the narcissist that they have in their life, only to find out after having dialogue with this individual for a period of time that this person complaining about their narcissist indeed actually has some degree of narcissism themselves, and they are either not aware that they are narcissistic or that they are a narcissist, or they're not blatantly willing to admit that they actually are, yet they're complaining about the other narcissists that's around them, but also clearly showing that they have narcissistic attributes themselves. And it's quite comical if you think about it, because one of the things that does actually happen is that narcissists do attract other narcissists. This happens all the time, and they get intertwined with each other. And what's amazing about this is that you would think that a narcissist can identify another narcissist, but often they can't. They cannot tell that they are getting involved with another narcissist. Of course, why is this? Well, of course, this is because narcissists hide being a narcissist super well. This is part of why one narcissist may not be able to determine if another person is a narcissist when they become involved with them either romantically or in whatever way that it is. But this does happen all the time, and when it does happen, it can actually be kind of amusing to watch, or at least I find it amusing to watch. And I'm not the only person that has a psychological or a psychology background that finds this amusing. I have one or two other friends that I talk to that are involved in psychology off of my network, who also find this thing about narcissists getting with narcissists rather amusing. Excuse me, but it's an amusing thing to see happen, because once a narcissist realizes that they're getting treated with basically their own medicine, it can be kind of funny to watch them go down that path, because of course one of the things that happens when a narcissist has a narcissist is that very often those two narcissists end up canceling each other out. One of them is always trying to get control of the other one and always trying to put something over on the other one. They're both lying to each other. They're both misbehaving. They're both doing things that are counterproductive to the relationship with each other, because they're really only after their own narcissistic interests. And because a narcissist will very seldom get what they want out of another person who's a narcissist, because that other narcissist will not want to give those things to them, especially after a period of time when, like we've talked about before, when a narcissist puts another person into a devaluation period, and that narcissist does not want to do things for that person or go along with that person's plan or show any interest in trying to give that person what they want. Well, when two narcissists do this to each other, it cancels each of them out in a way. And nobody can get ahead anywhere, because nobody wants to give in. Everybody wants everything for themselves, and they don't want to give up any energy or to that person. And of course, the narcissist doesn't get anywhere with the other narcissist, and vice versa. And what happens in the end is most narcissists, when they get together in this way, especially in romantic relationships, this whole romantic attachment ends up blowing up in their face, sometimes even far more quickly than a normal relationship would with a regular victim that they may be picking on, and it can be quite amusing to watch. I've had a number of examples, like I was saying just before, of this going on with narcissists around me who became involved with other narcissistic people who had issues, and I may have been privy to watching this actually occur as we go on and seeing how that works, and watching that relationship between those two narcissists explode in front of me. Because of course if you have one narcissist dealing with another narcissist, that's never going to work. Those narcissists are not going to give each other what they want in the end, and that relationship is going to blow up. That's not to say that narcissistic relationships where you have two narcissists involved can't last for some period of time. I have examples of this off my network too, where a married couple are both narcissists and they have been together for 15 or 20 years. Of course, the relationship is completely unhealthy and it's going nowhere, and neither of them are getting what they want, so they're just doing whatever the hell it is they want with other people, and they're not paying any attention, and they don't seem to give a crap, because again, narcissists also will go do whatever they want and they won't give a crap what the other person thinks of. But if they become codependent with each other, and they're both narcissists, and they're not giving each other what they want, and neither of them are trying with each other, and one is complaining but doing nothing about it, because narcissists commonly will do this too. They will complain about stuff but doing nothing about it. This is part of their behavior that they do as well too, along with a bunch of other behaviors that they do that are just completely counterproductive to relationships. And nothing goes anywhere, nobody's happy, everybody's fucking around with the other person and lying and whatever's going on, and it becomes just a complete shitstorm between these two narcissists. But this is what goes on. This is what goes on when a narcissist becomes involved with another narcissist. It can be both, to a narcissist is involved with another narcissist, I'm sure that is an instance where it's incredibly frustrating for that narcissist to suddenly be aware that they're involved with somebody who's exactly like them, because often that relationship can't even go anywhere. It just becomes too difficult to get anywhere, and because neither of them are really trying to do anything progressive with each other, they're both feeding off of each other, taking what they want and giving back the minimal amount that they have to give in order to maintain that attention for themselves. It just becomes a complete shitstorm like this, and it can be very amusing to watch. If you've never had an instance of being around individuals who are like this, where you might get to see two narcissists going at each other like this, it can be very amusing to watch. I've had a couple of instances of this with people off of the N.A.R.C.N network, and just watching this and being privy to it behind the scenes can be a very amusing thing to actually be exposed to, especially if you're studying psychology or studying narcissism or studying personality disorders or anything of that nature. So that was just what I wanted to talk to you guys here about in episode 203 on the N.A.R.C.N network. Narcissists do get with other narcissists, and it's not a good thing, because the end result is usually that both narcissists end up not continuing with each other. They go their separate ways and they go look for other victims, or as I said before, they can sometimes stay in relationships anyway and just acquire other victims, both of them on the outside, and it becomes just absolute chaos when you're dealing with a narcissist in this particular way, and very amusing to watch. Perhaps I'll do another video on this further on in the N.A.R.C.N network channel, but it's just something I wanted to talk to you guys about quickly today, just because I found it kind of amusing, and I wanted you guys to be aware also too, if you're not already, that narcissists actually do get hooked up with other narcissists, and it can be quite a funny thing to be privy to or to actually see. So I'm just going to say to you guys, please stay tuned for some other content I got coming up on the N.A.R.C.N network, and also on the Unmasking the Narcissist channel. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you really soon with some other videos.